Hello, sports fans. Welcome to OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Al Eschbach. And Al, we are at a great place, Manscaped, and the wonderful ladies of Manscaped are right here behind us.
Absolutely.
Hey, ladies. It's a great place. Manscaped, home of a haircut and a free beer. You can't beat it, Al. It's a great place. Come get your hand restoration, foot restoration, haircut, great beers, football games on. It's hard to beat.
Great combination. Why would you go anyplace else, right?
That's right. Let's talk real quickly, Al, about the OU football quarterback situation. What are your thoughts, Blake Bell being named the starter now?
Can he play? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. It's really frustrating. I think the coaches are really nervous about this now, and let's just see what happens. If he can play, and we don't expect him to be Landry Jones, okay? But, you know, complete 55% of his passes and not turn the ball over. He got to play well against Tulsa. If he doesn't, they got problems.
Well, they got problems. Certainly, even the week off before they go to Notre Dame is going to be, you know, they're going to have to find something. But I think he'll play okay. My question is, are they going to change the offense?
No. Why would they change the offense?
I'm talking about to more drop back passing.
Why would they do that? In May, in August, they thought Blake Bell was going to be the quarterback. They implemented this offense back in the spring.
Yeah, but
thinking that he was going to be the quarterback.
Well, to me, it seems like he's more comfortable instead of rolling out. But maybe he's
Well,
not.
they changed the offense because of him. I mean, they thought he was going to be the starting quarterback. So they thought he was the guy to run this offense.
I thought they were thinking more along the lines of Trevor Knight.
Didn't we all think that Blake Bell was going to be a starting quarterback this year?
Yeah, but in a Landry Jones offense, not in the new offense. Because remember, they said the whole time
why would they change it in May then, last spring?
That's what I'm saying. But they kept saying that they weren't going to change the offense. Remember?
They were lying.
I know they were.
they all this thing they practiced, they led it because they thought this was a Blake Bell offense.
Well, and we'll see if it is.
It's like the Utah. Why do people think? I watched Utah, BYU. They had a big, strong quarterback running this offense.
Yeah.
Right.
And if it works, it works. It'll be a great offensive progression for them.
Blake. They changed it because all their quarterbacks can run.
That's right. Hey, if you need tickets to OU football games or go to Notre Dame, tickets unlimited, 364-7500, or go to oklahomatickets.com for Notre Dame OU tickets. We'll be right back from Manscaped after this. And welcome back to OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach with you from Manscaped in Moore, 2212 North Broadway, right off of I-35 on the access road. Next to Home Creations, a great place, home of the haircut and a free beer, plus hand restoration, foot restoration, waxing job, all that you need right here. You get a haircut, a good beer, a Bud Light, a Shock Top, a Amber Bock. All the football games on big screen TVs are available here at Manscaped in Moore. Come by and be a part of it. They're open from 11 to 7:30 each day. So come by, make an appointment. It's a great place to get your haircut and drink a good cold beer while it's all happening. Al, let's talk real quick about Tulsa coming in this Saturday. Is Tulsa going to be any different or a better indication, you know, better than West Virginia about how this team is going to be?
Well, yeah, if the quarterback plays.
Yeah.
I mean, if the quarterback struggles, you got problems.
Yeah, and so
far
their
defense stinks.
Yeah, Tulsa's defense is not good.
Yeah.
Tulsa's defense is not
good.
So
if your quarterback can't play well as far as throwing the ball, the quarterback's been fine run the ball. It's throwing the ball they got to do.
In Bob Stoops' press conference, he said he would like to throw the ball 25 to 30 times a game, run it, you know, that much. But they've been running the ball great. They just need to complement the running attack. It's just the opposite of what it was with Landry Jones.
Well, 16 points against West Virginia is unacceptable.
Well, yeah, they had a chance to really put that game away.
I mean, West Virginia's not a good defensive team, and you got to get quarterback play. You got to be a quarterback that minimum. In this day and age, 60% is probably minimum of completion rate.
Well, you know, and we've talked many times about Landry Jones. I mean, he and Sam Bradford were completing almost 75% of their passes.
And, you know, and also, the receivers look ordinary. Why? Because the quarterback, you don't have the quarterback firing the ball all over the place.
Yeah, you know, and the receivers right now, they're not able to shine like they were last year because the quarterback, you're right, they're not throwing the ball accurately. When they do get it out there, they had several drops. You know, and so it's the only positive about the offense is running the ball. And when's the last time we saw OU being able to run the ball for over 300 yards?
I know. I mean, that was really good. Offensive line's really playing well. Brennan Clay another guy that people got on and on and on. Why is he playing? He's a pretty good back.
Well, you know, and he knows how to get the most out of seams. You know, he really just seems to be able to move along, and all of a sudden he sees a seam and boom.
Good vision.
He pops up through there, he does.
Good vision,
You know,
yeah.
and Damian Williams is good too. I mean,
Absolutely.
he's a good running back. He's more of a power guy, you know, and I tell you what, that's a good 1-2 punch.
Absolutely, yeah. They're really good at running back, and the offensive line again. It's just should be one of the better offensive lines around.
Well, you know, and they kept praising the fullbacks, Rapowski and Millard, for the lead blocking.
Yeah, yeah. Keep on. He just raves about Millard. Bob Stoops does. He just raved and raved. And I hear people, get him the ball, get him the ball. No, have him block those other guys.
Yeah, he does a better job knocking people over.
And those other guys are better just running the ball than he is.
That's right, you know. And Trevor Knight did a good job running the ball when he was able to. Now, you know, when he got dinged up at the halftime, they said, look, you know, we're not going to run him anymore.
Well, no, but Bob Stoops said that wasn't true. That was not true.
So which time do we believe? When they said we're not changing the offense, or they didn't?
I think no. Bob was being honest. Bob could have sold on the bus, but he said no. And he said after the game, he said no. They didn't. It had nothing to do with him. I think Josh Heupel, he was leading the team rushing at halftime, and I think they forgot about him rushing. And of course, funny, because as soon as Blake Bell goes in, boom, he runs the ball.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, and I think that's a good play for him to get him used to what get him comfortable in the offense.
Absolutely, and that's one thing. I think Blake Bell is going to be also. He's not as quick as Knight, but he's more powerful. He gets in that open field. He's like a locomotive.
Yeah, you know, and I really like the Blake Bell play that they called. It was more of a quarterback draw kind of thing, where he dropped back and looked and found a seam where he was.
Yeah, he'll do that, and then he'll do the zone read. Obviously, he's going to do that.
He'll have to do the zone read because that's what their offense is
Absolutely,
right now.
yeah, and he's ideal for it. I mean, he is an ideal quarterback for the zone read.
Well, you know, and those kind of plays would suit him, but he's still got to throw the ball. And he's got to complete his passes.
Absolutely.
And I think he will. And as a football fan for OU, you got to hope he does, because if they don't, boy, they don't know what they're doing on quarterback.
Well, yeah, then it's a disaster.
Yeah, because you don't want to put it on Kendall Thompson, who hadn't even practiced, one time.
1 week.
1 week, and that's it. You know, and you can't go into Notre Dame not knowing and being.
I would like to see maybe a package in there with Kendall in there, because Kendall, without a doubt, he's not as fast straight ahead as Trevor Knight. He's quicker than Trevor Knight. He's one of these guys.
He's got some elusiveness. You're right
there. He got
there.
some elusiveness.
You know, what about, you know, instead of having the for Landry Jones, how about the Kendall Thompson?
That's what I mean, package.
Change up for, you know, to change up from Bell.
I'd like to see that. You know,
I'd like to see that, especially just to give them a different look, give a defense something to practice
for. And the key with the quarterbacks, you can't. You know, they're down in the red zone, and Trevor Knight's threw a couple of interceptions. That kills you.
Well, you're right, Al, on that. And also something you're right about is Jackie Cooper Electronics voted the #1 car stereo store in Oklahoma City in 2013 by Daily Oklahoma News. Jackie Cooper Electronics is also the #1 window tint store in Oklahoma City, 2013 by the Daily Oklahoma Readers. Largest marine audio dealer in Oklahoma City, Alpine, Kenwood, Wet Sounds, JL Audio, all the big names car stereo at Jackie Cooper Electronics, 63rd and Northwest Expressway. You can give them a call or go by Jackie Cooper Electronics, 63rd and Northwest Expressway. We'll be right back. And welcome back to OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath, Al Eschbach with you from Manscaped here in Moore, 2212 North Broadway, just next to Home Creations off of I-35 on the access road between 12th and 4th Street. Anyway, it's a great place to come, home of the haircut and a free beer here at Manscaped. They also do hand restoration, foot restoration. They do waxing. They also will take care of your haircut needs. Here at Manscaped with a free beer, they have a pool table, big screen TVs to watch all the sporting events. It's a great place to come if you need a haircut, especially if you like a free beer with a haircut. Al, we were talking about the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes earlier. What will they present to the OU defense? Now, OU defense played pretty well, or very well, against West Virginia and ULM.
I would think nothing.
You don't think they can present?
I watched against Bowling Green. They couldn't move the ball against Bowling Green.
Cody Green's having a really tough time. Their quarterback at Tulsa.
Yeah, so I don't, you know, you wouldn't, this defense is playing pretty well right now, and I think the surprise of the defense been the defensive front.
Yeah.
They're playing really, really, really well. Charles Tapper, Jordan Phillips, Geno Gresham, then got some reserves playing really well. I think all of a sudden the future is pretty bright for the defense.
Well, it is, especially with the young guys. I mean,
That's what I mean. Exactly.
Tapper and
Yeah.
Jordan Phillips,
Yeah.
and Geno Gresham he's a senior, but I mean,
No, he's not a senior
junior.
now. Yeah.
Anyway, so Corey Nelson's the only senior right there in that front five
That's
or
right.
so.
And then you lose Gablin
Yeah.
and Colvin.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got to just better everybody back.
Well, I love the new defensive setup with 3 down linemen and 3 backers, and then the 5 defensive backs.
Yeah.
I like that setup.
They did a great job in the offseason going, okay, look what happened to us, and let's figure this out, and how do we do, against these spread offense, what's going to work? And they went to this, to go, so, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get speed on the field.
Yeah.
That's what Bob Stoops said at his press conference earlier in the week, about how they're faster at every
position.
Yeah.
And we were talking before the season about, man, what are they going to do? They got no defensive tackles.
Right.
Well, they don't need, a lot because they're just playing one defensive tackle.
That's exactly.
And they're rotating them in. Taria Peterson came in and
he's
good.
playing well. He's
He
improved.
played well,
Yeah.
and Jordan Phillips is really, he's big, and, you don't think of that kind of a nose guy being that big and that tall, because you generally think a nose tackle is going to get low in leverage and plug in the middle. But he's big and is dominating.
And he's quick, too.
Yeah.
And that's what tackle needs to be.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job, and Tapper's doing a good job. Geno Gresham's playing really good.
Corey Nelson's having a monster year.
Yeah, and Corey Nelson's playing well, and Frank Shannon, and defensive
Striker, too.
Yeah, he's playing.
Striker's really playing well.
Striker's good because he is able to split out, and he's got so much speed. He's getting pressure on the quarterbacks.
And it may not be sacks, but it's pressure, hurries.
It's pressure, making sure that they can't get outside, making them make quick decisions, and with the pressure coming up the middle with Tapper and Phillips, it's making them do things they don't want to do, which is good on defense. It's keeping them, on edge. You don't know where the pressure's coming from with Nelson on one side, Striker on the other, and pressure up the middle. That's good. Another thing, Zach Sanchez. He was starting in lieu of Cortez Johnson because he got suspended the first game. I'm not sure Johnson gets his job back.
I don't.
He's
right now he's
well.
not. Yeah, that's exactly right.
He's playing real well. And Gabe Lynn, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. What a good thing for him. He's been maligned his whole career.
Well, yeah, and they moved into a different position where it's not. You have to play man coverage over the safety slot, and he's played really, really well.
He's playing ball hawk,
Yeah.
And he's just reading the quarterback. Bob said in his press conference, he's reading the quarterback well and flowing to where it needs to be. He's got turnovers already.
And this will be, again, Tulsa's not very good on offense. You go and then you're gonna play Notre Dame next, and I'm not sure that Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's better at quarterback with the guy they got right now than
they did.
Yeah, their offense stunk last year.
Yeah.
It stunk.
Yeah.
Their offense is pretty good right now.
Well, Tommy Rees is not a bad quarterback. He's not a great accuracy guy. He was only 50% against Michigan.
Yeah.
Now, Michigan's got a good team.
Yeah.
Don't make a mistake. But he was only 50%.
Yeah.
He was 12 of 23 for the most part. And then towards the end, he had a couple of misses that, they were trying to force it in there.
And that'll be a key, obviously. So it's going to be interesting to see what transpires. But Oklahoma got to get things fixed, not on the defensive end. One position, quarterback. But it's the most important position on the team.
Where have you gone, Landry Jones? All those people that were complaining about Landry Jones' quarterback play looks pretty solid right now, didn't it?
Well, yeah, and there's still people going to message boards that, well, we don't want Landry Jones. Okay, well, you're stupid. You know nothing about football.
Yeah. Let me talk about Rain Guard. Rain Guard takes care of all your gutter needs that you have at your home or business. Rain Guard with 3 metro locations all the way from Edmond down to Norman. Any place that you need Rain Guard gutters, go to Rain Guard and they will take care of you. They also have the gutter helmet where it protects your gutters from getting leaves and debris in there, and it's good for a whole lifetime there. Give Rain Guard a call. They will take care of you. 3 metro locations. Also, Jackie Cooper Electronics, 63rd and Expressway, your home for car stereo and window tinting. Jackie Cooper Electronics voted the #1 car audio place in Oklahoma City by the Daily Oklahoman readers. We are at Manscaped. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath with you. We'll be right back right after this short timeout. And welcome back to OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Manscaped. Manscaped, the home of a haircut and a free beer. Great, beautiful ladies take care of your hair here. They got a pool table. They got TVs, free beer while you're getting your hair cut. They also have hand restoration, foot restoration, as well as waxing if you need your eyebrows waxed, which I probably do. But anyway, we're at Manscaped having a lot of fun. Also, I want to thank some wonderful sponsors here of the OU Football Preview Show. Turk's Tavern in Choctaw, next to Old Germany, an alpine setting, great German draft beers, great place to watch your games, eat German food, have a great German beer. Al and I love it. It's a great place to be out there.
Oh my, and the food is so good too. The beer selection, the food, great stuff.
Well, you've been all over the world, and that's as good as
It's
it gets.
authentic German. I mean, the beer and the food, outstanding. Good people too.
The Trails Golf Club in Norman, a great place to play golf. You can be a member for a day. If you're interested in joining the Trails, you want to see what the course is like, give Kathy Hess a call at 364-3790. You go down, be a member for a day, pay for some golf, have a great lunch at their grill, and enjoy the amenities of a wonderful golf course. That's the Trails Golf Course. Also, Green Acres. Green Acres will take care of your lawn, whether it be a business or home. They will weed eat, landscape, also mow your lawn, take care of it, and make it look like a golf course. Make it beautiful with Green Acres. Just give them a call and they'll take care of commercial and residential. Also, Rain Guard with 3 metro locations. If you need gutters on your home or if you need gutter helmet on your gutters, give Rain Guard a call. They will take care of all your gutter needs. They will do commercial, residential, and they also are the exclusive dealer of the gutter helmet for gutters to keep the debris out of your gutters. And of course, we are at Manscaped here in Moore. Al, let's talk real quickly about, I haven't had a chance to mention, Trey Watts is the running back for Tulsa, son of J.C. Watts. J.C. Watts probably, and I want your perspective because you know as well as anybody, I think maybe as good a run-pass quarterback as OU's ever had.
He's the best, he's the best wishbone passer that they've ever had. There's no doubt about that. JC was really talented. He'd be great in this offense. I mean,
Wouldn't he be great? That's what I was thinking. I mean, as good as he was to be able to throw the ball and run, he was a complete quarterback in the day of time when OU didn't need to pass.
Played in the Canadian Football League at quarterback for a long time.
Yeah, so anyway, Trey Watts, leading rusher for Tulsa, good ball player, and that'll be probably the most, the number one target for OU defense.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, Tulsa, I just don't know how good they are offensively, and in the game last week, Oakland did a good job of forcing turnovers.
Okay, I got some questions for you, okay? And this is going to be an over-under percentage kind of thing. Blake Bell starts. What do you think the over and under number of passes he's going to throw? I'm going to give you 28. You think it'll be more or less?
Depends if he's completing them.
If he's not completing them, it'll be a heck of a lot less.
Yeah. I'm going to go over on it.
Okay, over 28. Passing yards, I got OU, 200. I mean, surely if they're passing the ball, can they get 200 yards?
I'll go over.
Okay, all right, and then OU over and under on rushing yards. Now, I'm thinking right now they've gotten 300-plus yards each game, so it's got to be over 3. I'll give you a tough one, 340, over or under?
I'll go under.
Under 340. All right, here's the question. Bell's completion rate, 55% over under.
I'll go over.
You go over 55%. In that case, Blake Bell should have a pretty good game.
Yeah, that's it. And then OU fans could feel good.
Yeah,
if he's under those numbers, then
they got trouble.
Then you got problems.
Yeah, they got trouble right here going into Notre Dame.
And the key is he has to have confidence. You got to go on the road at Notre Dame. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the whole time I thought about this quarterback controversy, I always thought about, okay, the first 3 games are okay, but that Notre Dame game is the key. Who's going to go in there and be comfortable going into Notre Dame?
Who's going to go in there with confidence into the Notre Dame game? Because it could be a disaster if you want to know what a quarterback doesn't have confidence.
Well, the team doesn't have confidence in them. I mean,
no, the coaches.
Or the coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, that's even worse. But, hey, let's talk a little bit about Big 12. Texas goes to Provo, Utah, and gets rolled.
And Manny Diaz gets fired.
And Manny Diaz gets fired the next day. I mean, I thought he was going to get fired on the sideline. Watching, Brown sitting there looking, he was steaming the whole time. They were just going, somebody please stop this quarterback. Got 200-something yards rushing. So Texas is in kind of,
well, obviously,
denial.
Mac Brown's job is on the line big time. So you could have 2 great jobs open up this year, USC and Texas.
Well, USC gets beat at home by Mike Leach and his company, his group of West up in Washington State. So, this is kind of one of those things. that people are finding out that these jobs are going to be really good to come up, you know, the good jobs.
And this is a big game. Texas playing Mississippi. Texas only a 3.5-point favorite. They killed them last year, but you lose to Mississippi, you're at home. Your confidence.
But you're at home.
shredded.
That's the only thing that's going to go. You know, and Mac brings in Greg Robinson. Guy's got some confidence in.
A guy that got Rich Rodriguez fired at Michigan.
Yeah.
That Michigan defense had the Greg Robinson, one of the worst I've ever seen. He also got fired before that at Syracuse, where the defenses were horrible.
Yeah, so I don't really have a whole lot of confidence.
I don't either.
Mac Brown does, but I mean, he's putting his finger in the dike. That's all I can see for Mac Brown. And we got to talk about Texas A&M, Alabama.
Woo!
Man, what do you think?
You know what? I'd love to see my dislike for Johnny Manziel, but I still like to see A&M win.
I would too. I'd like to see A&M win just because I don't like Alabama.
Tired of it.
I hate Alabama. Okay, predictions: OU, Tulsa, OU.
OU 42-10.
I got it 49-15 for OU. That's going to do it for the OU football preview show from Manscaped and more. We'll see you next time on the OU football preview show.
Intercepted. Oklahoma returning the favor, and out of bounds goes Gabe Lynn. Each team now with three turnovers. Watch Paul Millard in the pocket. Watch the side that he goes on the fake. He's faking, and the back's going to the opposite.